Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of transformations on the coordinate plane. This is standard 8.10c in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 6 of the 2025 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got two different quadrilaterals here, TUVW, and they got shifted over to T prime, U prime, V prime, W prime. And it looks as if all it says is transformation. It looks like a translation, but they don't give that to us. But I think it is going to be safe to say that this is what we call a rigid transformation. So a rigid transformation is either translation, rotation, reflection. It keeps congruency. The shape stays the same. It just either slides or rotates or flips. If it's a dilation, then it's going to shrink or it's going to enlarge, and it looks like it's the same size. So what can we do to demonstrate this rule? Well, we need to know which direction this is going from. So when we see over here on, I'll put this in a column right here. This very first set always describes the original shape. Right? We call this the preimage. And so that's going to have no primes. It's just TUVW. So the quadrilateral is TUVW. This right here is what we're looking for with all the primes. These little, looks like little apostrophes. We call that T prime or U prime. This is your image. So we need to know we're starting from where, going from where. So we're going to start with this one right here, and then it's going to shift down here to the second one right here. So we need to keep that in mind. So let's just look at some points here. Let's look at t. So t has an x value of 4 and a y value of 4. All right. And then t prime, let's see what we have here. It goes to 10 as my x and 2 as my y. All right, so we're looking for a pattern of how we can get from one to the next. Let's look at u. U is coordinates 8 and then 4. And then u prime is going to be 14, 2. All right, so we've got 2 here. Let's see if we can build a pattern. So how am I getting from x coordinates from 10, from 4 to 10? Well, when we're dealing with translations like this, we are going to use addition and subtraction. We're not necessarily going to use multiplication. If we use multiplication or division, we're scaling it with a dilation. So I could add 6 to get from 4 to 10. Could I add 6 to get from 8 to 14? Yes. Right? And looking at my y values, how do I get from 4 to 2? Well, I could subtract 2. It is sliding down. And it's going to be the same thing here. Okay, so it looks like we might have some rules there. Let's see if it verifies with W. All four have to work. W to W prime. So W is simply 1, 1. W prime is now 7, but it's at -1. And then V prime from V. V is 5, 1. And then we've got 11, -1 as your V prime. See if it works here. So can I add 6 to my x values? Yes. Can I subtract 2? Yeah, 1 minus 2 is -1. Yes. All right, so here we go. We're going to have an x. So let's see, we've got an x plus 6. And then we have a y minus 1. Or excuse me, y minus 2 to get to those negative ones. So x plus 6, y minus 2. We've got it right here. Our answer is C.